Hi everybody, welcome to the Anthropology department. I'm going to give you a virtual tour of our department. Here's our faculty members and the entrance to the Anthropology department. This is the area where we have all of our faculty offices and the administrative assistant office, or Cindy Hall. And just to give you an idea of kind of what office size are like, this one's a little bit larger because it's a chair's office, but this is kind of basically what the office will look like in the department. And then as you can see, we're in a long hallway where all the various faculty members are. We've been trying to put posters up and that sort of thing to decorate it a little bit more. But I'm going to take you through this hallway. I know it's not very exciting. But as soon as we get back face to face, it's a nice place to hang out and talk to other students or other faculty members. Okay. We've got bulletin boards for Anthropology Club and other sorts of announcements. We have quite a few speakers that come to the department every year. Of course, it's all virtual now, but it's nice when we have people come visit. So this is the main hallway. We're located in the Physical Sciences building, which first floor here is Physics and Anthropology, and second floor is Chemistry. I'm going to take you into the Anthropology Teaching Gallery, which is one of our favorite places here in the department. Where we have seminar classes and hands-on classes like our ethnohistory and exhibiting cultures in museums classes. So you can see on either side we have climate-controlled storage units, so materials can be locked and stored away in a climate-controlled environment in between when people are working on them. We do have a curation room downstairs. I'll show you that in a minute, but so you don't have to be running up downstairs all the time. So everything's climate controlled. So this is a versatile classroom. It can be used as a seminar room. All of the chairs move and tables move easily, so you can use it as a seminar room. The the computers along the side can also be used as student workstations. So in various classes, field methods in cultural anthropology, ethnohistory, exhibiting cultures and museums, you can have groups of students working together on projects at these different computers. The other kind of really great thing about this space is that it's also an exhibit space. So every time exhibiting cultures and museums is taught, there's a different theme. The first theme was dogs, so it was all about dogs. Last theme was about, interestingly enough, influenza and other outbreaks. And so the room can be set up, these tables can fold up and go away, and you can set it up as a sort of interactive exhibit space. So these monitors can have different information on them. The walls can be used, the boards can be used. There's a display screen here. I'll show you the rest of this room and then also show you kind of one of the innovative pieces of the space, other than these storage cabinets, which are great, is the display space. So this is the back of the display space, but it's to show you how students and faculty access these areas. There are locking glass doors that slide to put the different exhibits in to the space, and then obviously it's open to the hallway so people can see it. There are screens that come down if you have classwork that you don't want people to be observing, but for the most part, we leave them up because it's a nice space. The whole concept of this building is science on display, so you can see the exhibits and that they're active exhibits. So I'm going to take you outside of this space. Okay. And so here's the display areas. Some of our skeletons are on display from the influenza, some African wooden spoons and textiles and basketry, some of our anthropology accomplishments and awards, some of the paleoanthropology and paleopathology materials that we have, and our Neanderthal skeleton. So all of these displays rotate depending on what faculty are working on and what classes are going on, but it's nice. So sometimes students can do an individual project, sometimes it's a class project, sometimes it's a faculty project that we're working on, but it's a way for us to keep everybody up to date on the different things that we're working on. All right, so I'm going to take you down. This is the atrium area of the physical sciences building. It's a nice place for students to hang out. You can see it's a very green space. At the end of the hall on the left there is the Science Discovery Museum, Science Discovery Center, and we often have anthropology faculty and students working on projects in that space. I'm taking you down the very exciting staircase to the basement, because they always keep anthropologists in the basement. That's kind of what we do. We got to keep the anthropologists in the basement. But the nice thing about this is that it was all storage space, and so we were able to have the architects build it to suit our needs. So from here back is pretty much all anthropology space, and anybody in anthropology knows that space is a premium. So we really lucked out that the faculty, the facilities and administration recognized that we needed these spaces. So on the left side here are faculty / student research spaces. So it's a place where they have key access rooms. You can see the key access here. This is the designated cultural anthropology research lab that our faculty specializing in cultural anthropology share. Here's the biological anthropology research lab, key access. So if you're working with a student, or you're a student working with a faculty member, you can get key access so you can come in and work. And so this is a shared space by the biological anthropology faculty and whatever students they're working with. So you can see there's quite a bit of space. It's very versatile. Storage, tables and so on that are movable, that people can find quiet space to work. I'm going to take you across the hall and show you our curation room, which also is climate controlled. This has this room and the room upstairs are on separate heating and cooling systems, so you can basically set it to be at a particular humidity, temperature level compared to the rest of the building, which is important. So this is, mostly where our archaeological materials are, where everything's stored. And then we have high density storage with the movable shelves for lots and lots of space. And as you can see, we've got plenty of space. In the front parts here, we have the archaeological materials, plenty of room to grow. And in the back are where most of the skeletal biologic specimens are kept. So lots and lots of room to grow, which is great. Anthropologists always have a lot of stuff, so we need places to keep that stuff. So that's a great room. There's oh sorry, I don't mean to make you dizzy, but there's workstation and other things for people to work at. There's student write-up areas. These are locked, but nice place for students to get together. Here's our bioanthropology lab. So this is basically a teaching lab, our door greeter here. And so this is shared by the biological anthropology faculty. You can see there's counters along the edge for display. There's tables that move, so you can put the room into pretty much any configuration you want. There's a big display table for the front, full, AV display, chalkboard, and then shelves and cabinets in the back for storing our collections. And luckily, faculty at the institution have been really assertive about getting a nice comparative collection for primates, as you can see here, for ancestral crania. We pretty much have everything that you could want, as well as things for the comparative anatomy, their human skeletal anatomy lab. And our skeleton in the front of the room. Chimpanzee. So the college has been supportive. There's money to get these kinds of materials. Here's the support room. So the BioAnt support room, again, is shared by faculty, students work in it as well, but it's for, again, anything that can't be left out in the teaching gallery or other experiments that you have going on. And so there's Dr. Rudzig's material, some more of the skeletal material, and that connects through to the curation lab. All right, so back again. And you can see it's a big, huge space. Most of the classes in this room are capped at 12, 15, sometimes 18, but they're usually pretty small. So it's all hands-on work that students do, which is great. Working with the different skeletal casts or skeletal materials. This is the archaeology research lab. As you can see, very, very messy. I have had several projects going with students, and a lot of the field school material from the Pine Lake Archaeology Field School that we do every 2 years is kept in here. So this room's a little bit smaller because we also have an archaeological storage room right here and a wet lab for processing, flotation and other dirty artifacts. And then here's the archaeology teaching lab, same size as the biological anthropology lab. Basically, classes taught in here are stone tool analysis, lab methods, zooarchaeology, and we have our different specimens by faunal specimens, as well as stone tools from various sites, but a lot from Pine Lake as well. And you can see again, the AV is all set up here. So you have whatever you need, even though we're down in the basement. All right, so that's essentially the tour of the anthropology department. I'll finish up here in the biological anthropology lab. Again, you can see the very openness. Even though it's in the basement, it feels like a very big open space. The whole science on display. So people can walk by, see students working with the collections, and enjoying the facilities. So I hope you enjoyed our little tour. If you have any questions about anything, you can speak to our department chair. They'd be happy to answer any questions. And we can't wait to get everybody back on campus as soon as we safely can. Thanks. Have a good day.